Hello, my name is Nabria Dunn, and I am the Alumni and Events Coordinator here at the College of Education and Human Development at Georgia State University. We want to thank you for joining us for the 2021 Virtual Scholar Celebration to celebrate our scholars for the fall and spring semester. We appreciate our amazing donors who are making these scholarships possible and your continued support to Georgia State University and the College of Education and Human Development. We are so excited to celebrate our 2020-2021 scholars. We hope that you enjoy the celebration and we look forward to seeing you in person soon. Please stay safe.
Good day and welcome to this virtual event for the College of Education and Human Development. I'm Paul Alberto and I am the Dean of the College. And I am delighted to welcome you to one of the more pleasurable events that we have on our college calendar. For today, we have the opportunity to distribute scholarships to some of our students, both undergraduates and graduates. It is on a day like today when we are able to recognize and congratulate students who have earned scholarships for the merit of their work here at the college. It is also importantly our ability to say thank you to those donors who have generously endowed scholarships for our students. It is through their ongoing generosity that we are able to provide such support to our students who are, as we all know, facing very challenging times at the moment. As we go through today, please recognize the scope and range of students who are receiving awards today. They are, as I said, undergraduates and graduates. They are full-time students and part-time students. They are students in teacher education and education prep programs, and they are students in counseling programs and human services programs. What the display you will see today is the range of concerns for our community that the college has, as seen through the people we prepare through our programs. So, please sit back in this virtual world, enjoy the program, applaud for those people that you know while you're sitting at home, and understand that myself and all the college community extend our sincerest congratulations.
College Awards.
Asa G. Hilliard III Memorial Scholarship. Dr. Asa G. Hilliard III was a world-renowned Pan-Africanist educator, historian, and psychologist whose work impacted people around the globe. This scholarship is given in recognition of leadership, engagement in urban education settings that has improved and demonstrates promise to continue improving the educational context and/or student development and learning in these settings. This year's recipient is L. Denny Marshall. College of Education and Human Development Scholarship. This scholarship recognizes individuals with outstanding accomplishments in the College of Education and Human Development. Undergraduate and graduate students who receive this scholarship are presently enrolled in the college, have completed at least 30 hours of coursework in the CEHD, are in good standing, and show a pattern of department and program involvement or scholarship. This year's recipients are Sarah Appleton, Diana Mercedes Andrade Talavera, and Ethan Tren. Dean's Excellence Award in Early Childhood Special Education in memory of Ann Dixon Demonet. Mrs. Ann Dixon Demonay attended Georgia State University and received a master's degree in special education. After graduating, she taught special education in Georgia and Michigan, where she was known by all as an exceptional educator. While living in Georgia, she was recognized by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution as an outstanding educator in the Atlanta area. This award was established by Mr. Seth Liebler and Ms. Ann Parkman and is given to a student pursuing a graduate degree in special education with a concentration in early childhood special education. This year's recipient is Whitney Campbell. Dean's Graduate Student Award for Commitment to the Discipline. This award recognizes the activities of graduate students who demonstrate a commitment to their academic disciplines. This year's recipients are Caleb Coyer and Ashley Raybess. Felicia and Rodney Mayfield Scholarship. Dr. Felicia Mayfield is a proud Triple Panther, having earned 3 degrees from Georgia State University. Dr. Mayfield has spent her life sharing her time and talents as a teacher, educator, administrator, and motivator, and she credits her Georgia State education as part of her success. This award, established by Dr. Mayfield and her husband, Mr. Rodney Mayfield, recognizes a deserving undergraduate student in the College of Education and Human Development. This year's recipient is Anahi Calderon. Hayden Waltz Doctoral Dissertation Award. The Hayden Waltz Award was established by Drs. Melvin and Lucy Hayden in honor of their parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ralph Hayden Sr. and Mr. and Mrs. Edwin Milliard Waltz. This award is presented to a doctoral student whose proposed dissertation exhibits originality, clarity and effectiveness in the presentation of ideas, quality writing, and contributes to the future scholarly productivity of their field. This year's recipient is Casey Turner. K. Chester Scholarship for Teachers in Training. Established by Mrs. K. Chester, this scholarship supports a woman pursuing a degree in teacher preparation who has the challenge of raising a family while furthering her education. This year's recipient is Ebony Palmer Floyd. Counseling and Psychological Services. Joanna F. White Play Therapy Scholarship. Dr. Joanna F. White, former department chair of the college's Department of Counseling and Psychological Services, began the play therapy training program during her tenure. This scholarship is presented to a graduate student in good standing in the Department of Counseling and Psychological Services who is dedicated to the study and clinical practice of play therapy. This year's recipient is Kendall Tarziers. Karen Lopp Memorial Scholarship. Mrs. Karen Lopp received her master's degree in school psychology from the College of Education and Human Development in 2002. This scholarship is awarded to a student in recognition of their commitment to multicultural issues and social injustice through advocacy and service. This year's recipient is Jaleh Davari. Kenneth and Mary Matheny Professional in Counseling and Psychology Scholarship. Dr. Kenneth Matheny was a faculty member in the Department of Counseling and Psychological Services for 45 years, held the Regents Professor rank, and taught more than 5,000 students over the course of his career. Dr. Matheny is a diplomat in counseling psychology with the American Board of Professional Psychology and has been awarded fellow status with the Academy of Counseling Psychology, the American Association of Applied and Preventive Psychology, and the Georgia Psychological Association. This award, established by Dr. Matheny and his wife, Mrs. Mary Matheny, is given to a full-time doctoral student in the Department of Counseling and Psychological Services. This year's recipients are Madeline Cobble, William Crook, Daniel Dosal Terminel, Lauren Flynn, Dawn Quag, Sneha Pimpokute, Arash Punjawani, Kianyi Wang, Allison Wayne, and Fang Xue. Karen and George McCarty Scholarship. This scholarship was established by Karen McCarty, a two-time graduate of Georgia State University. This scholarship is given to a graduate student in the Clinical Mental Health Counseling or School Counseling Master's Program. It was designed to help build their networks, knowledge, and skills by attending local, state, and national professional conferences related to their area of counseling expertise. This year's recipient is Alana Owens. Early Childhood and Elementary Education. David Jamel Holloman Memorial Scholarship. Dr. Darrell Holloman, a three-time Georgia State University alumnus and former Dean of Students at the university, established this scholarship in memory of his younger brother, David Jamel Holloman. This memorial scholarship is awarded to an exceptional undergraduate student in the CEHD majoring in early childhood and elementary education. This year's recipient is Amani Ashley. Laureen C. Pilcher Scholarship. Dr. Laureen Pilcher was a professor in the Department of Early Childhood and Elementary Education who was appointed the first research professor in the former College of Education by the Board of Regents, a position she maintained until she retired. Dr. Pilcher established this award to support an undergraduate student pursuing a degree in early childhood education who has a desire to become a teacher and demonstrates a passion for enhancing the lives of children. This year's recipient is Yuki Chen. Robert L. Blaney and Joe C. White Scholarship. This scholarship is presented to a master's candidate in the Department of Early Childhood and Elementary Education's Urban Accelerated Certification and Master's Program, who exhibits the potential for excellence in teaching, communicates well with others, translates theory into practice, and has a sense of humor, characteristics which Dr. Blaney and Dr. White valued so highly. This year's recipient is Ebony Hughes. Educational Policy Studies. Educational Leadership Award. This award, established by Ms. Gloria Cattell, provides support to a student pursuing a Master's of Education in Educational Leadership. This year's recipient is Catherine Clements. Kinesiology and Health. Jeff and Debbie Rupp Endowed Scholarship in Exercise Science. Established by Dr. Jeff Rupp, Associate Professor in the Department of Kinesiology and Health from 1985 to 2011, and Ms. Debbie Rupp, Associate Director of Recreational Programs from 1987 to 2010, this award is presented to a student in the Department of Kinesiology and Health's Exercise Science program. Undergraduate students with a GPA of 3.6 or higher are eligible to be nominated by department faculty. Awardees are selected based on academic promise, leadership, and talent. Further, these students have typically been leaders in a variety of extracurricular pursuits and won recognition for their interests at the regional, state, or national level. This year's recipient is Natalie Navarro. Mary Helen Huggins Memorial Scholarship in Sports Administration. This award is presented to an active graduate student in sports administration. As the former Marketing Services Director for the Atlanta Braves and faculty member in the Department of Kinesiology and Health, Ms. Mary Helen Huggins dedicated herself to and attained a high level of integrity and personal ethics. This year's recipients are Taylor Buies and Bryant Hedgeman. Rosalind Hirsch Balbarere Memorial Scholarship. Ms. Rosalind Hirsch Balbarere was a passionate consumer of the 1996 Paralympic Games in Atlanta and a dedicated advocate of the value and benefits of sports participation for people with a disability. This award is presented to a graduate student enrolled in the Department of Kinesiology and Health who has a commitment to advancing opportunities in physical activity, sport for individuals with a disability, and who demonstrates the potential to advance the field of adapted physical activity or sports administration. This year's recipient is Andrew Corbett. Learning Sciences. Dr. Cynthia Kuhlman and Dr. Wayne Sangstock Scholarship. Dr. Cynthia Kuhlman earned her master's and doctoral degrees from Georgia State University in 1974 and 1980, respectively. Serves as chair of the Charles R. Drew Charter School Board of Directors and is a member of the College of Education and Human Development's Advancement Council. Dr. Wayne Sangstock was a special education professor at Georgia State University who specialized in intellectual disabilities. In that capacity, he made presentations at dozens of national and state conventions, published numerous articles in professional publications, and authored several book chapters. This award, established by Dr. Kuhlman and Dr. Sangstock, is presented to an exceptional student majoring in special education in the Department of Learning Sciences. This year's recipient is Asim El Narcisse Williams. Joanne R. Nurse Endowed Scholarship in Lifelong Literacy. Dr. Joanne R. Nurse spent most of her career at Georgia State University educating teachers and working in programs for young children, adult literacy, and English language learners. She was directly responsible for the early establishment and success of the Department of Early Childhood and Elementary Education. This scholarship supports a graduate level student who has a focus in lifelong literacy. This year's recipient is Ethan Trin. Nicholas R. Castricone Memorial Scholarship. Dr. Nicholas Castricone was a professor of intellectual disabilities in the former Department of Educational Psychology, Special Education, and Communication Disorders. This scholarship is given to an undergraduate or graduate student studying intellectual disabilities. This year's recipient is Carla Bradford. Middle and Secondary Education. Adele Street Adams Memorial Scholarship. Miss Vivian Street established this scholarship in memory of her sister, College of Education and Human Development alumnus and celebrated high school chemistry teacher, Miss Adele Street Adams. This scholarship supports an exceptional CEHD student pursuing a degree in science education. This year's recipient is Teresa Smith. Beverly J. Armento Endowed Doctoral Award. Dr. Beverly J. Armento, Research Professor of Social Studies Education, served on the College of Education and Human Development faculty from 1975 to 2003. Realizing the power of the individual teacher, Dr. Armento committed her career to the preparation of exemplary teachers, ones who believe in the power of each child to be successful in their lives. This award supports doctoral students in the middle and secondary education department. This year's recipients are Glenda Denise Chisholm and G. Hyde Park. Bradford and Patricia Farrer Scholarship in Education. Mr. Bradford Farrer and Mrs. Patricia Farrer are Georgia State University graduates and have been dedicated supporters in various roles for many years. Mr. Farrer received his bachelor's in business administration from the J. Mack Robinson College of Business, and Mrs. Farrer received her master's in elementary education. This scholarship supports an undergraduate student preparing for a career in teaching who has a GPA of 3.0 or higher. This year's recipient is Richard J. Campbell. Bradford and Patricia Farrer Scholarship in Middle Childhood Education. Mr. Bradford Farrer and Mrs. Patricia Farrer have demonstrated their commitment to the university by continuing to be an integral participant at Georgia State. Mrs. Farrer, a former math and science teacher, understands the importance of students receiving a solid education by a well-prepared teacher. This award supports a student majoring and excelling in middle-level education. This year's recipient is Marissa Christie. Excellence in Mathematics Teaching Award. Established by Drs. Hiram and Barbara Johnston, both of whom had long careers in the College of Education and Human Development, this award is given to an undergraduate or graduate student pursuing a degree in mathematics education who demonstrates academic excellence. This year's recipient is Nia Cotis. Jerry Robbins Endowed Scholarship in Mathematics. Dr. Jerry H. Robbins has devoted his professional life to the preparation of teachers. During his career at Georgia State University, he was a member of the faculty and served as dean. This award honors a student majoring and excelling in mathematics with a focus in teacher preparation. This year's recipient is Anaya Howard. Master of Education in Mathematics Education Award. This award, established by Ms. Gloria Cattell, supports a student preparing to teach middle school mathematics and who is currently pursuing a Master of Education in Mathematics Education degree in the College of Education and Human Development. This year's recipient is Jared Grigsby.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us here today to celebrate these distinguished scholars and the gifts and givers that make these scholarships possible. My name is Michael Lindsay, and I'm the Director of Development here at the College of Education and Human Development. I'm with you this morning to extend thanks to our generous donors and a challenge for our scholarship recipients. First, to our donors, thank you so much for your generous support of these students and the college. We couldn't do what we do here at the university without you. Thank you for being waymakers, investing in the future of these education and human development professionals. Your gifts create opportunity not only for each scholarship recipient, but for their children, families, and each member of the communities that they serve. Thank you for your support. To our students, make the most of the opportunity that you've been given, and take being selected as a scholarship recipient as a sign that we, the college, and these donors believe in you. I challenge you to be the very best you can be and to excel in all you do, given the excellent foundation you have laid here at Georgia State University with the support of these scholarships. I ask that when you are able, you support the next generation of professionals as these donors did. The future is bright, and we cannot wait to see how brightly you shine. Thank you again to each and every donor. Thank you for choosing to support the College of Education and Human Development and these well-deserving scholars.
Thank you for attending the 2021 Virtual Scholars Celebration. Congratulations to all of our scholarship recipients, and thank you to all of our donors who have made this possible. We hope that you enjoyed the ceremony and hope to see you again soon. In the meantime, remember to do things the state way.